Last time, on the one chunk ride, we quickly killed 10 years worth of imps, finally unlocked a bank, murdered some snakes to train up our range a bit, met some useless musicians, took some fish that we did not catch. Then we finally made it into civilization, and then we taught the locals why it was a mistake to let us in to begin with by stealing from them, and stealing from them, and stealing from them some more. Then we cooked some pita bread to atone for our sins, pet some dogs. We entered the heart of Civitas Illifortis, got some lovely gear upgrades, and made it all the way to 75 thieving while becoming a millionaire in the process. And that of course leaves us with these chunk tasks: 87 fletching to fletch a magic shield, 75 woodcutting to cut magic logs, 75 fire making to burn magic logs, 43 crafting to cut a diamond, and 67 cooking to cook tuna and corn. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that crafting grind. Now the first thing I'm going to have to do is cut a sapphire, so I will need to get 20 crafting for that. So to get that 20 crafting, I'm going to be killing the buffaloes that are outside of Civitas Illifortis. Now, they don't drop cowhide or anything like that, and there's not a tannery in Civitas to begin with, so it wouldn't matter if they did. The reason I'm killing them is because they drop bones. Bones can be taken to Ralos Rise and then blessed and broken down with a chisel for 5 XP each. Which means that it only takes 900 bones to get 20 crafting. Now don't get me wrong, this is not an ideal training method, it's only about 2,500 XP per hour. However, if you have no other options, it does get you where you need to go. And there's the first sapphire of the account cut, the first of many I'm sure. This means that we can start heading back to the gem stalls and start stocking up on some of these gems that we're going to need to level up our crafting with. It is pretty nice to be able to level up with gems. There are some much worse methods that I could be stuck with, so I am pretty grateful for this. And luckily here in Civitas, I of course have 2 gem stalls to steal from, so I have plenty of options. Even if there's somebody else world hopping and stealing from one, I still have the other one to take from, so I don't really have to deal with too much competition when it comes to that. And that's 30 crafting. Actually 34, we can cut rubies now. After reaching 36 crafting, I decided to switch over to fletching. I thought it would be a better use of my time if I was able to actually break down the gems into bolt tips, so I'm going to be here until I have at least a level for that. And I do need to get 87 fletching anyways, so it's got to be something that I need to be here for regardless. Now, I did bring over my ultimate Ironman to help me here, because currently I can't actually get a forester's backpack from anywhere. But I can participate in forester's events as long as another account is able to spawn them near me. Now, 87 fletching with an iron axe on only oak trees is probably going to take a very, very long time. Doing the math, it should take somewhere around 180,000, maybe 170,000 oak logs. I might be a little bit off on that. Now, fletching is my least favorite skill out of all of them. It's absolutely painful for me to do, so this grind is going to feel like an eternity. But I'm sure that in the end it's going to pay off, so we'll tough it out. So this is an example of a forestry event. This one specifically is the struggling sapling. Usually forestry events will offer you experience in both woodcutting and then a secondary skill. The one that I'm particularly looking for is the fox event, because that offers hunter, and I am trying to train my hunter up as much as I can. This one offers farming experience, which is not particularly useful, but it does still give me anno bark, which in the future I'm sure will be very useful. So off camera I was given a mystery box from the Quizmaster, and it did have a steel plate body inside of it. This is awesome. It would have been a lot better during the Moss Giant grind, but you know, I'm not going to complain. Look at that. What a beast. I wanted to give a quick shout out to this random event, the Bob Fishing Random. Currently, this is my only way to actually train fishing, so it's pretty nice whenever I get it. Now, at my current magic level, it's not guaranteed that I'm going to get fishing experience, because once you reach 55 magic, you do have a 50-50 chance of getting either magic experience or fishing. So we're going to see at the end which one we'll get. Okay, and it was magic XP. We got some feathers from the pheasant forestry event, so we're going to go ahead and turn that into our new best in slot cape. Wow, would you look at that? True swag. Well, would you look at that? Another Bob random. Alright, let's see what we get this time. Fishing. Okay, so this is a bigger level than it seems. So that took me from 15 fishing all the way to 17 fishing, which means that now big net fishing is unlocked and I can return to the Varlamore coast. So here I am at the coast, ready to start some big net fishing. The fishing spots here do go all the way up to sharks, so that means that my new chunk tasks include catching a shark at 76 fishing, as well as cooking a shark. It also means that I'm going to have to catch a big bass, a big swordfish, and a big shark, all for the collection log. So here I am now at 35 fishing, which means I can start catching tuna. Still can't catch any of the big fish yet. The big bass does start at 46, but I am getting there. Okay, that's 40 fishing. That means I can go ahead and switch to lobsters. Lobsters are going to be a little bit better XP for me than the tuna until I get to the bass. And there's 50 fishing. That means I can go ahead and start catching swordfish. I don't have the big bass yet though, so until I do, I'm not going to do that. But it's nice to know that I can catch them, at least theoretically. Well, the theory has been confirmed. I definitely can catch the big bass. If you look at my inventory, you'll notice that it's right here. I did not get the actual clip of the collection log because I go extremely AFK while doing this, so sorry about that. But here is the big bass, and that is, of course, the chunk task completed. So I reached 60 fishing and I forgot to record it, but luckily for me, I did have the encouraging words of my lovely clanmates to keep me going. And there's 70 cooking. That's a pretty nice level there, I'd say. Pretty hefty. Now we can cook that Admiral pie, probably something we will never do. And would you look at that funky looking swordfish in my inventory? That is, of course, the big swordfish. Got pretty lucky on this one as well. I'm still pretty far away from even being able to catch sharks, so this is pretty great to get it done with. It means that I can switch over to sharks pretty much immediately. And that's 70 fishing. We're only 6 levels away with that from catching sharks, so that's it's not too far. We're getting there. Well, I got a second big swordfish, which means that there's of course only one thing I can do. And that's of course to cook it. And then eat it to gain its power. We've got a nice little lamp. Let's put that in the hunter. And that is 20 hunter. That's great. I can catch the mossy lizards in Napotsli. That'll be a while before I do that. Okay, so I guess eating the big swordfish did actually give me some pretty good RNG because it looks like I got a third big swordfish. Didn't expect to get 3, but that's pretty cool. And I ended up getting this last one just before getting the final little bit of experience that I needed for 76 fishing. And there it is, 76 fishing. That of course means that I can finally start catching sharks. So here I am at the Hunters Guild, ready to say goodbye to the swordfish grind. And of course there's no better way to do that than by eating the big swordfish. Now, if you're going dry on the big swordfish right now, you're probably hating seeing this, and to you, I have to say, I'm not sorry. In fact, I think it's very, very funny. Skill issue, get good scrub. Ha 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 ha. Sit rat. And there's 80 cooking. Okay, so that means that now we can actually start the shark grind, because we can actually cook them. I do plan on actually saving all of the sharks at the Hunters Guild, which is a little bit of a journey, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run. So we've got our first inventory of sharks ready to be cooked. And there we go, chunk task completed. The first shark has been cooked. We got ourselves a nice little mystery box. Let's see what's in it. Oh, an easy clue. Let's see the clue. Oh, no, we can't do that. We would have to have a lot of skill to do that. So we're going to go ahead and drop that. Okay, so it's confirmed. Eating the big swordfish is, in fact, good luck. Very, very quickly, I was able to get that big shark. It didn't take me long time at all. Look at that. Beautiful. This grind only took actually about 3 weeks. It was a lot less than I expected. I ended up getting extremely spooned on all of the big fish. If you take a look at my stats, you can see I'm only at 78 fishing, so I only had to gain 2 fishing levels to get that big shark. So that means we can go ahead and check a few things off of our chunk tasks. We cooked a shark, we caught a raw shark, and then we also caught all of the big fish, the big bass, the big swordfish, and of course, the big shark. So here's a quick peek at what my bank currently looks like. It's a disorganized mess, sure, but it's my disorganized mess. Getting close to the 5 million mark feels pretty nice. I've got almost 1 million cash right there, and of course, almost 2,000 cooked sharks, which is currently not useful, but in the future, I'm sure it's going to be super awesome. So with that, we do come to the end of the episode. A bit of an unexpected grind with the fishing. You know, we got the big bass, the big swordfish, and the big shark. Didn't expect to be getting those, but it's nice to have. We also have this mystery box, which actually I'm going to go ahead and open and see what we get. A delicious cabbage, very healthy, very nice. Now, even though we didn't get too far closer to our fletching goal, which is the longest one, we did end up getting a pretty nice cooking level and a pretty nice fishing level. And, you know, we had a good time, and that's what really matters. Our stats are also significantly higher now than they were before. If you want to take a look at them right here, you can see all the way up to 78 fishing, all the way up to 81 cooking, as well as some pretty nice stats in between for some other skills. I also added 4 more collection log slots with the pheasant cape, as well as all 3 of the big fish. And these are my current time played, as well as some other various stats if you want to take a look at that. But with that being said, we do now come to the end of the episode. Expect to see a lot of fletching in the upcoming episodes. However, I do have a plan to make it a little bit faster, but I can't reveal that quite yet. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching.
Gather round, the heart is bold. I'll tell a tale that's often told of fishing off Valamore's coast, where the sea breeze blows and waves boast. With skill bestowed by a cat named Bob, I cast my line, I made my job. For a big bass, a swordfish grand, and a shark that roams these waters so grand. From dawn till dusk, I work the tide, with patience as my trusted guide. The ocean whispers secrets sold, of treasures deep and tales untold. With skill bestowed by a cat named Bob, I cast my line, I made my job. For a big bass, a swordfish grand, and a shark that roams these waters so grand. From stormy gales and calm seas grace, I reel and pull with steady pace. With every catch, a story's told, of battles fought, of legends bold. With skill bestowed by a cat named Bob, I cast my line, I bait my job. For a big bass, a swordfish grand, and a shark that roams these waters so grand. Through stormy gales and calm seas grace, I reel and pull with steady pace. With every catch, a story's told, of battles fought, of legends bold. At last the line, it tugs so strong, I pull and fight, oh for so long. A big bass leaps, a swordfish gleams, and a shark teeth in sunlight beams. With skill bestowed by a cat named Bob, I cast my line, I made my job. Caught a big bass, a swordfish grand, and a shark that roams these waters so grand. So here's to far the Morse coast so fair, where legends live in salty air. With Bob's gift, I sail the sea, in fishing tales, forever free. So here's to far the Morse coast so fair, where legends live in salty air. With Bob's gift, I sail the sea, in fishing tales, forever free.